Hey everyone, we've been learning about telling time over the last few days. Today we're going to learn about how I can apply time to describe different activities. It's me again. Today we're going to look at Mr. Gath's schedule. A schedule tells you what time different things happen at. So you can see from 12:30 to 1 he goes to lunch. From 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock, he reads to a classroom. From 2 o'clock to 2:30, he has a meeting with a parent. And from 2:30 to 3:30, he makes an announcement. What does Mr. Gath do after his lunch? So his lunch is right here, and right after that, he reads to a classroom. What does Mr. Gath do before he makes an announcement? The key word is before. So he makes an announcement here at the end of the day, and right before that, he has a meeting with a parent. We can also find how long it takes for Mr. Gath to do each activity. How long does Mr. Gath take reading to a classroom? Well, you can see right here, he reads from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock. So how do you find out how long that is? I'm going to show you on the Show Me app right here. So he starts at 1 o'clock and ends at 2 o'clock. So 1 is the hour he starts at, plus however long he reads for is going to equal 2, the time that he ends at. So 1 plus what equals 2? Well, we have 2 on this side, 1 on this side. 1 plus what equals 2? Well, if we just add 1 more on this side, now we have 2 on this side, 2 on that side. So 1 plus 1 equals 2. So that means that he spent 1 hour reading to the classroom. Okay, now I want you to get your Show Me app out. If you don't have access to that, you could always do it on a piece of paper. But get your Show Me app out. I'll give you a second to do that. Okay, if you still don't have it ready, then go ahead and you can pause this video, and you can pause this video at any time if I'm ever going too fast for you. So right here, we're going to look at the leprechaun schedule. And the first question is, what does the leprechaun do before he picks 4-leaf clovers? So on your Show Me app, I want you to write what he does before he picks 4-leaf clovers. And you should be able to spell the answer correctly because you can just copy it from right here. Give you a second to write that down. All right, the correct answer that you should be writing down right now that happened before he picked 4-leaf clovers was eat Lucky Charms. You can see he picked 4-leaf clovers here. Right above that would be what happened before, to eat Lucky Charms for breakfast. What does the leprechaun do after he picks 4-leaf clovers? Give you a second to figure that out and write down the answer. Once again, what happens after he picks 4-leaf clovers? Okay, so from 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock, he picks 4-leaf clovers, and after that, from 10 to 10:30, he draws a rainbow. So the correct answer was draw a rainbow. How long does it take the leprechaun to eat his breakfast? Give you some time to figure that one out. How long does it take the leprechaun to eat his breakfast? Okay, if you're still coming up with that answer, feel free to pause it. But take a look here. So it says that he starts at 8 and ends at 9. So if he starts at 8, and if we add the time he eats the breakfast for, it should equal the time he ends at, which is 9 o'clock. So 8 plus what is 9? There's a few ways you could figure it out. I showed you one way with the dots earlier. Another way you could look at it is if you have 8 and you count on 8 plus what equals 9? Well, 8, we count on 9. Just took us one count to get there. So 8 plus 1 equals 9. He ate Lucky Charms for 1 hour. How long does he spend drawing a rainbow? This one's a little trickier. I'll give you a second to see if you can get it. How long does he take to draw the rainbow? Okay, the reason this one's tricky is because it happens from 10 o'clock to 10:30. So we're not dealing with hours anymore, we're dealing with minutes. I'll show you what I mean by that. He starts at 10 o'clock. And then he goes until 10:30. So you can see the hour, 10 and 10 are the same. So a whole hour is not passed yet, because that 10 and 10 are the same. So it goes from 0 minutes to 30 minutes. So if he starts at 0 minutes, because it's 10 o'clock, remember o'clock means 0, how many minutes have to go by before we get to his end time, which is 30 minutes, because it's 10:30. Well, we should all know that it's 0 plus 30 equals 30, right? 30 plus nothing is the same as 30. So it actually took him not 30 hours. Remember, the hours didn't change. It took him 30 minutes to draw a rainbow. Which activity lasted longer? Drawing a rainbow or looking for gold? Well, we found out earlier that drawing a rainbow was 30 minutes. Okay, now looking for a pot of gold. We're gonna need to figure out what this one is. So 30 minutes was the rainbow. Now the pot of gold. That happened from 10:30 until 11:30. How long is that? We have 30 minutes and 30 minutes. So since those are the same, we can just cancel those right out. So from 10 to 11, well, 10 plus what equals 11? I'll give you a second to figure that out. And in the second video, we'll finish this answer and finish through the rest of the PowerPoint.